Okay, so moving on to hole number 2, I have a par 5. Definitely can't get to any sort of dialable range here, especially with the crosswind. If I had the tailwind, I would possibly be able to get up there, so I'm just going to play sort of curl, max topspin shot with the Fusion. Setting up on that right side of the fairway. Didn't pay too much attention to adjustments there, just sort of eyeballed it a little bit because it is a reasonably forgiving shot. And like I said before, not really close enough to play with the root. So if you're facing headwind, definitely look at the Capitan, but I'll be using the Hellfire, I think. I'm just going to see what this one looks like. Definite sort of left to right kick, but then as you see, as I push forward, you can see that there's a right to left on the green. So if I sort of set up with the ball guide to the right of the hole, I think it's going to scoot off to the left. So I'm just going to push up, and can you see how it sort of just scoots off to the left a bit. So I'm going to set up right, I'm going to zoom in, take a little look, and I think it's going to sort of track up and then go left. So then what we need to do is try and work out from the shot view of 72, that means 72% from the first bounce to its final resting position. That's what that number means, I believe. Might be wrong, but I think that's what it means. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting up with the target on the left of the screen, pin on the right, hide grid. And then I'm going to just use the grid lines on my screen, or if you don't have grids, just eyeball it. Or look at, a marker on your phone or your device. That's 50%, where this little number here, 70%. So you can see that that's just below 70%. I think that's going to be reasonably close. Because I'm playing with tailwind, it is going to extend that a little bit. Show grid continuously. Show grid continuously. Just use the voice control grid. So I am just going to pull back a little bit just to allow for that extension. And then my Fusion numbers, I play about 1.6 for the Fusion level 5. Sorry, not Fusion, the Hellfire. 1.6 at max. So I'll just work it out quickly. It's around about 2.3 rings. So I'll just get that little glitch that happens on some iOS devices sometimes where the shot view disappears. So I'm just going to adjust 2.3 rings. And this one should be reasonably close. Possibly going to scoot on a little bit far. It could fall short as well. We shall see. Yeah, a little bit far. So didn't quite get that one right, but it does give you an idea of what's going to happen. Very straightforward eagle. Of course, if you do get the tailwind and you have a possibility of dialing in that shot, or if you do have higher level clubs with better shot view than my pretty useless Hellfire 5, then you should have a reasonable shot. So that's hole number 2.